Friday night, Friday evening, here, forest time. Computers. Do you need more RAM? It's not very expensive nowadays. Finding the right type of RAM. Not buying DDR5 when you need DDR4 for your computer. Not buying DDR3 when you need DDR4. Getting the speed of your RAM right. It should be matching to what you have right now. So if you have one stick of 16 gigabytes at 3200 megahertz, or maybe an older computer 1600 megahertz DDR3, get matching, and also matching voltages. Otherwise, you really don't have to worry about the manufacturer being the same. And even if you have different voltage, it might still work just fine. My favorite manufacturer of storage or storage solutions is Lexer. I prefer that brand nowadays. But Western Digital is great, Kingston is great, Samsung drives can be pretty great. Well, with hard drives it's a different story. There's the older standards. With older computers you had M2 SSDs. You had, even older, you had 2.5 inch SSDs, and even older from that you had 2.5 inch spinning platters, 3.5 inch spinning platter discs, slow, noisy. Spinning platters nowadays, forget about it. Just forget spinning platter discs. Don't use them at all. What about backups then? NES, network attached storage, or some kind of other solution. It depends on how much data you have. And if you need RAID on that, I don't know. It depends on if you can make a great system, how you back up. Then the question is, how much RAM, how much hard drive space do you actually need? For example, if you are buying a Mac, you, I think, can't change that after you have made the choice. For video editing, 32 gigs with 4K is the minimum. For regular browsing use, I would nowadays go for 16 gigs. Just regular use, 16 gigs is enough. For really intensive video work, 64 gigs, but you could go for even more than that. But understand that your memory is not going to be the bottleneck if you go over 64 gigs. It's not going to be the bottleneck. The bottleneck is going to be somewhere else in the system. What about the hard drives then? Well, it depends. If you want to make your system drive just not have all kinds of videos on there and that kind of stuff, big files. If you don't have that, then why go for a bigger drive if you can go for a smaller drive? Then some wisdom about routers. Routers, what's a router? What is it? Well, a router has a switch. It can give IPs to computers. It has a DHCP server. Sometimes they have a lot of more functionality, like a print server. It probably has a firewall, the router, and it has some kind of way that you can configure that. And routers, almost all of them, home use routers, they have Wi-Fi. What do you need to know about wireless? Well, I don't like Wi-Fi. Next I want to talk to you a little bit about animation. Animation is a way that computers can generate images and moving images too. Animation nowadays can be done also through AI. Well, animation, the possibilities of it are pretty endless. It's just your imagination. In animation you don't deal with those cameras. But then it's interesting that you can also, of course, make a film or kind of project where there's animation and human beings mixed in there. Like the old Garfield movies. It's pretty hilarious. How did they do that? Well, that's very an interesting question. How indeed did they do that? What about augmented reality animation then? I actually saw a dream where there was these glasses that you could wear, and you could gain extra information about the world around you. And there was a cursor in those glasses. You just looked at a specific thing and kind of intended that you want more information about it. And the device I had on my head, seeing that in a dream, supplied that. Think about it.